The Last Light in Room 17. The old Atlas Palace Hotel had been abandoned for nearly 30 years. People in the nearby town avoided it, not because it was dangerous, but because strange stories surrounded it. Travelers passing through often claimed that at night, one single light would appear in Room 17, even though there was no electricity left in the building. One evening, a young journalist named Samir decided to uncover the truth. He loved investigating forgotten places and strange legends. Armed with a flashlight, a notebook, and his camera, he arrived at the hotel just before sunset. The building stood silently, its broken windows staring like empty eyes. The wind pushed the main door open with a long, slow creak. Samir stepped inside. Dust covered everything. Old furniture was still there, frozen in time. The reception desk had a register book lying open, as if someone had left in a hurry. Samir checked the last entry. It was dated March 3rd, 1996. Next to the date, one name was written clearly: Layla Haddad, Room 17. There were no other entries after that. Samir felt a strange chill, but continued exploring. As night fell, darkness swallowed the hotel corridors. Suddenly, he noticed something that made him freeze. At the end of the hallway upstairs, a faint yellow light was glowing. Room 17. His heart started beating faster. He slowly walked toward the door. The light underneath it flickered, as if someone was moving inside. He knocked. No answer. He pushed the door open carefully. The room looked untouched. An old suitcase sat on the bed. A mirror hung on the wall, slightly cracked. The light was coming from a small oil lamp placed on a wooden table. Samir stepped inside and noticed something strange. The lamp was warm, as if it had just been lit. He opened the suitcase on the bed. Inside, he found old clothes, letters, and a small diary. The diary belonged to Layla. He quickly flipped through the pages. The entries spoke about her stay at the hotel while waiting for someone she loved. She wrote about how he promised to meet her there. Each page showed growing worry and sadness. The final entry made Samir's hands tremble. He said he would come tonight. If he does not, I will wait in this room until he does. I will never leave. Suddenly, Samir heard footsteps behind him. He turned around quickly, but no one was there. The door slowly closed by itself with a loud slam. The lamp flame flickered violently. Then, in the mirror, Samir saw something that made his blood run cold. Behind him stood a woman wearing old-fashioned clothes. Her face was pale, her eyes filled with sadness. Samir spun around. The room was empty. He looked back at the mirror. She was still there, standing closer now. In a whisper barely louder than the wind, he heard a voice. "Has he arrived?" Samir couldn't speak. Fear glued his feet to the floor. The lamp suddenly went out, and the room fell into darkness. When Samir finally managed to turn on his flashlight, the room looked completely abandoned again. The suitcase was gone. The diary was gone. Even the lamp had disappeared. The next morning, villagers found Samir sitting silently outside the hotel entrance. His notebook lay open beside him. On the last page, he had written only one sentence: "She is still waiting." Since that night, witnesses claim that sometimes two lights appear in Room 17, as if someone finally came back.